And we're live.
Hey everybody, happy Sunday.
Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. And me and each we be sitting up here looking at each other like, okay, are we going yet? And
Mhm.
as soon as I said something, we went live. But thank y'all. Thank y'all for waiting for us. Prayers out for Nell's family. He have some illness in his family, and we had to wait for him to get from the hospital so that he could join us. So prayers out to Nell's family first and foremost, and thank y'all for being patient. Usually it's me. Ish, I gotta tell you, I was talking to Ebony today, and
Okay,
she asked me. She said, "Why do y'all be late?" I said, "It's me, Ebony." She said, "What?" I said, "Girl, I can't even lie on them." I said,
right.
Every single week."
Oh,
But
Katie.
this week it was something that just could not be helped. I
Yes.
was at the computer waiting, saying I was determined that I was not gonna be the reason it was late. But that
Right.
goes to show when God is ready for something to start, then that's when it's gonna start. Obviously,
Mhm.
because we're so uncensored, he make us start a little bit later so we can
Right.
laugh a little bit later. How was your weekend?
It was okay. It was the usual for me on this end, quiet and to the point. How was yours?
Mine was it was horrible. I cannot lie. I was
Mhm.
fighting a stomach bug. But I woke up this morning feeling fine, and I just thank God that I got through it, y'all. It wasn't COVID. I took two COVID tests. It was norovirus. This ginger just said, bless her heart, which I would be sending her these shirts. But she told me, yeah, y'all know I'm
Nice.
advertising a little bit, huh?
Very nice.
I would be sending her these, and I was supposed to be sending them out Friday, and I was unable to. So I let her know what was going on, and she said, "Well,
Mhm.
get you some ginger." Little did she know I live by ginger anyway. I was just out of it at the time. But go to the store, $10 a bottle, but worth every penny. I
Yeah.
promise you.
Well, you're
It's,
looking great.
they they are great. I'm telling you, get some ginger and food, knock it right out.
Well, you're
But
looking good.
uh-huh,
Glad you're feeling better.
I am too. But I know I died. I know I died.
Well, I'm glad you came
Y'all,
back to
this is
life,
my
girl.
information right here. I did not take any medication. My cousin just said today that I had to be strong like our four grandmothers, the four like the great grandmothers. She said because I know what I've been through and I've been through hell. She said, but you, I know what you've been through, and nobody can even tell. She said, so I know you built tough. I said, but girl, that darn bug nearly took me out. It was slinging my ass to that bathroom, slinging
Oh.
back in that bed. It was about to take me out, but I had to stand strong and had to keep fighting because I knew it just had to run its course. As with anything in life, anything is not going your way, let it run its course. Stay still and pray about it. Let it run its course. Because just like an old nagging bug, that's all it is, an old nagging spirit that has to just run its course and run its way out of your life. With that, let's get uncensored tonight.
Yes, let's
Yeah,
go. Hey, now.
hold up. The CDC just called and said ain't no such thing as no norovirus. That shit is called COVID.
It
Ah,
was not COVID, Nell. It was norovirus. I did not have COVID. I didn't have COVID. I really didn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one not fact that she's had COVID twice in her life already.
oh,
But
my
it's
goodness.
see we're it's glad to see that you're better.
I've had COVID once, Neil,
The
and I
first
didn't claim it then.
down, you didn't you said it was a common cold, whatever. Now this time you lost weight, you got the chills, you throwing up, you're so either you got COVID or you pregnant. Which one?
Well,
Right.
I either neither.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Say
we got a
no.
great
Neither.
ladies and gentlemen, we got a great show for y'all this evening. Thank y'all for rocking with us at Uncensored Minds. This is episode 93. We're trending and chugging along. It's our 100th episode. As y'all know, that's coming up October 9th. please, please, please mark it on your calendars. October 9th, Uncensored Minds will be 100th episode, and we're going to go crazy. But without further ado, let's get into the shits. We got Aisha, we got Katie, myself, and T's coming along a little later. Let's get right into it. Thank you to the fans out there, top fans, Uncensored Minds. Just everybody out there that always continues to support us. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for staying up past 9 with us this evening. As Katie said, had a little, having a little issues in the family, but that's not to, that's nothing that we can't, a little prayer won't straighten. That's just a little bit of straightening. So thank y'all out there for all the prayers that y'all put up for me and my family. I appreciate that. So let's get right into it. Let's get right. Like and share the video. If you haven't already, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Let's get it popping. Right? Question of the day, right? How do you feel about men getting plastic surgery and enhancements? That's the icebreaker question of the day. How do you feel about men? We know ladies. We know y'all go get the tummy tucks, the liposuction. Y'all get your lips altered. Y'all get the injections in your eyes. Y'all get your crow's feet taken away. Y'all get facelifts. Y'all even get the BBLs. How do you now feel about male enhancements and also plastic surgery?
Interesting. I didn't really know that this was a popular thing, a thing that was popping now. And so I was a little thrown aback. I'm like, whoa, what? Male enhancements and all kind of, chest enhancements and inserts and what kind of stuff is going on, guys? I didn't know this was a thing. So this was something new that I learned, and I'm like, okay, I don't know how I feel about it. Katie,
Well, upon speaking with some of my friends, my actor friends, after we had this conversation, it is quite popular in the entertainment world, but they do it very subtly. So I guess when it's dealing with your career and you're trying to um, stay in competition, so to speak, stay in front of the camera, be what you're supposed to be. I guess with that, that's why they would do it. I don't place judgment. I haven't gotten to that point. Pray I don't have to get to that point because I don't think that personally I want to start putting artificial things in me. I rather enhance what God has given me instead.
So would you be okay, like if your significant other wanted to, say, lengthen his penis? Like, would you be okay with that?
That would depend on how big it is already. Now that depends on how big it is already. I mean, we're big enough. Ain't no need to go on messing with a knife.
Right. What's going on, guys? What y'all thinking about that? Don't weights like just strengthen your pecs? Like why would a man need to, get their chest done or something like that? Because can't you just do that with working out?
But just think, you got ladies. Just think, ladies have trouble areas, right? No matter what you do, no matter how hard you work out, no matter how hard you diet, no matter how hard you whatever, you still have those areas that you may have been blessed with, trouble areas that you just can't define and sculpt the way you want to, right? Could be your hips, could be your thighs, could be the butt, could be your upper area. It could even be your stomach, right? Yes. If you work out, you get on a regimen, a routine, typically you start to, that fat becomes muscle. But it's just like, again, like we talked about several times before, this is the microwave era that we live in. Everybody wants instantaneous success. Nobody doesn't want to put the work in. So they go and get quick fixes. $10,000, you can get your whole body done in a second. Now, come back an hour later, 2 weeks later, whole different body instead of anywhere from 6 months to a year before your body starts sculpting the way you want it to. So that's why I think some people is going out here, not even this, I think it's just the reason why people going out here and just doing what they're doing. They just want instant gratification so they can go on Instagram, Facebook, and pop off.
But
Well,
see,
I
I
know
just
women
felt
that like chicken chest, so I don't know why anybody would need to go do that.
yeah,
Now,
I do.
even let's take it a step further, right? Let's say a guy was heavier. I can attest to this. I used to be 370 pounds. I went through a weight loss transformation. I lost 200 pounds. I dropped down to my lowest was 170. I still had areas of improvement that people couldn't see. Once I took my clothes off, I still seen areas that I wanted to work on. Now, to someone else's eye, they were like, "Nell, you fine, you cool." But to my eyes, because I see it every day, it bothered me.
Right.
Right. To the point where I think I got down too far. Like 170 is too crazy. You know what I mean? As I look back on it. But that's what it is. Everybody wants to know, bird chest is not in. Like people want to look a certain way, right? They want to look, men want to look a little bit more muscular, flatter stomachs, washboard abs, nice pecs, nice arms. That women want to have a curvier shape. No woman wants a flat ass. Y'all want a little shape to it, right? Y'all want y'all hips to be perfect. Y'all want some wide hips, but y'all don't want them too wide, but then y'all don't want them too narrow either, right? And then y'all want a nice bust line, right? Y'all want y'all cleavage to pop. Y'all don't want to look like, you know what I mean? Your titties is all the way down to your kneecaps. But it's twisted. Me, that's cool. For somebody else, that might not be cool for.
Stop it. Stop.
he said he don't want
I tell
that.
people to love their body, love your body. If your joints is down to your knees, somebody's gonna like it.
So you be over there cupping the titties now?
Picking them up, lifting them up.
Lifting them up?
Forklift driver.
He be lifting weights with him.
Forklift driver. Big boy mover. But look, Renee says, I want a flat stomach. She said
that part, Helen, Renee. That part, Renee. Mm-hmm.
I want a flat stomach. Somebody want a flat stomach. Hard.
Yeah.
Now I have thought about lipo on that, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie. I thought hard about it. But as I was about to say, all of those things will cause later on in life will cause some type of medical condition to come up. So for that reason,
that's not necessarily true, David. I know people that got lipo. That's cool. They don't have no issues.
But how long has it been since they had it?
A long time, maybe like 10, 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait till they get older. Arthritis and stuff gonna be a whole totally different ball game for them.
Hey, that's life, right?
Yes, it is.
Life, right?
It's a totally different ball game.
But
at least it's not. At least that's why I won't do it.
You don't get arthritis in your stomach. You can't get arthritis.
No.
People get arthritis in their elbows and
in your boobs.
In your feet. You can't get arthritis. They're not lipo in your kneecaps.
No, they're not. But do y'all realize any kind of foreign object that's going inside your body, it can spread through the bloodstream. It can slip and spread. For me, it's a no. For that
right,
reason.
but this is not like butt injections. This is just like sculpting. This is not like butt injections. This is just like sculpting. So it's not necessarily.
They suck it out. Suck it out.
So
it'd be nasty too. I've seen them suck it out.
Right. So it's not nothing necessarily going into your body. So like for a lot of men, even if they work out a lot, they still might not get that 6-pack look. So they might get surgery just to get that look. Some people just want to get that look and they don't want to wait. They might have been working out for 2-3 years already and they don't have it. So they just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just pay for it. It's just a patience thing. I think it's just a patience.
Yeah, because I saw a girl that worked with me. She had it, y'all. Now, y'all, and this girl was huge. She had to be almost 400 pounds. She had it within a year's time. That girl had a J-Lo body and still got it today. So, hey, I guess it worked for her.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the question about the men. Would you have a problem with if your man went and got a Nell enhancement, meaning if he got bigger downstairs, and or if he came back without no stomach and he was lipoed up? would you turn a frown, or would you be happy?
I don't know. I would be like, listen, you don't need to do that. I like you just as you are. Like, don't go and do that. If I like your penis as it was, then
Hold
cool.
on.
If I like your
Hold on.
stomach as it was, cool.
Hold on, Ish. He already did it. Now he coming home and his jaw is a little bigger and his shit is like clack 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 clack. How you feeling?
Like how much bigger?
What?
He's like click, click, clap.
Is
Yeah, click, click, clack, clap.
Damn, I mean, how much bigger you talking?
Right.
13, 14?
All right. Oh no, nigga, we running.
He
you already
better
know.
go find that damn horse he passed.
Nigga. What?
He better go find that horse.
All right. No, you went a little too far now. All right, he just said like he just said like 10 at the most 11, and he got his shit packed up. Is he all good?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be good. I'd be supportive. Like when you're going outrageous and just getting ridiculous with it, and it's too far fetched or something like that, then it's like, come on, dude, no. But I would support him.
Would you feel some type of way? Like, would you start feeling insecure about if he starts dressing a little different, if he starts getting a little bit more attention? Would you start feeling a little insecure?
Maybe, but I would never say it. Like, just do what you need to do, sir. If you're feeling good about yourself and you pulling some chicks now, go ahead. It's like, no, look at you.
That's so nice of Ish. That's so sweet of Ish.
What?
God, that shit ain't rolling with me.
Right.
That shit ain't rolling with me.
That
if
shit
you going
ain't
that damn far with it, you changing every freaking thing. Right. Oh no, baby, we finna start paying some money for me to start looking a little bit different too. Mm-hmm. We gonna have to look good together. We gotta look good together because if you're dressing differently, you've already enhanced your body differently. Now, if our activity has increased, where I see that it is done for me, that's a totally different story.
But what if it's not
done?
But
if I don't see where anything happens with us,
what if it wasn't done necessarily for you? It was done for his own mental complex.
Right.
And he did it for himself. Because at the end of the day, we shouldn't be doing things to change our appearance or appease somebody. We should be doing it because we want to do it for ourselves.
Right.
So if he just said, hey, I did this for myself, I didn't feel good about myself. I needed to feel differently, and I went out here and did this for my own self. How would that land on you?
How big was it before you did it? How many inches we talking about was added here now?
What does that matter, man? He did it.
Are you ever? Are we as humans? Some of us are. You comfortable with inside of yourself, though. Are you ever satisfied? It doesn't matter how big. He could have been a 9. He wanted to go up to 11. He could have been perfect for you.
Okay, well, you know what? Okay, that just a couple of inches. I'd be like, babe, this is something that we should have really discussed. But if it make you feel better,
it's his body. You got to discuss his body with you.
Yeah, if he's sharing his body with me, yes.
So is that not?
Well, I mean, but wouldn't you think that would be just appropriate because your significant other, your partner, likes your body as they like it. They're attracted to you physically that way. So if you're going to alter it in any way, you may possibly be, it's same for a woman. We may possibly want to alter something that may make you not sexually attracted anymore. So it would be nice to just communicate about it a tad bit.
Right, but that shows are taped.
Right, I know.
Because I remember not too far recently back where y'all told us to shut the fuck up. That's y'all head. Y'all do what y'all want with y'all head.
Right. That's a totally different ball game.
Hair.
Totally different.
Hair. No. But no, I did say that I would seek the thought. But I mean.
So if you tell them
this is what you guys are not getting. This is going to alter our insides. That's why I keep asking about the inches, because this is going to affect our insides. Here we going until we adjust to that size. this is going to cause us some female issues.
So let's back up a little bit. And so it's cool that you put a plastic dildo up there.
We can
But
have
if I go
control
get a
of
couple
how
more
much we
Yeah,
inches,
we got
insert.
control of it.
We
But then
have
if I-
control of how much we insert.
All right. Hold on now. Hold on now. So if it's too big, are y'all leaving him now?
Mm-mm.
adjust that motherfucker.
No,
Not right off the
necessarily.
bat.
Just
Look,
gotta,
not right off the bat, not cold turkey.
we just gotta work this thing out a little
Yeah.
something.
We're gonna have to work it out.
Y'all crazy.
What y'all say, ladies?
Yeah. What y'all say?
Angela agrees
Sometimes-
with me. It's something
All
that
right,
should
so
be talked
let's-
about beforehand.
Let's play this out a little bit. Let's play this out like we normally do on Thursday, so the people in the comments can understand exactly where we're coming from, because we play these out on Thursdays. So if he said, so y'all did have a conversation. He sat down and said, "You know what, sweetie, I'm thinking about getting this enhancement, and the reason why I'm getting it, one, is just for my own confidence, and then two, to make me a better lover in bed. I don't feel like I'm pleasing you the way I want to please you." Right? And you might say, "But what you mean, babe? You please me good." He might say, "Yeah, but when I'm getting it from the back, your butt so big, I don't feel like I'm in it the way I want to get in it." And he's like, "I might need a couple more inches." How would you say, "Okay, I get it. Go ahead, do you?" Or would you be like, "No, you getting it the right way"?
Go on and get it if it make you feel better.
Yeah.
I mean, because at least you had the decency to discuss it with me, not ask permission, T, but discuss it.
Why you not say my name?
but you also know too that getting extra inches don't necessarily guarantee that it's going to make him a better lover. So we would
Exactly.
discuss those things as well, because just because you're getting a little bit of extra length don't mean it's going to magically know how to work the wand. Like, you could do it big or small. Like, if you know how to use it, you know how to use it, no matter what size it is.
Exactly. Salute, JC.
Because at the end of the day, you gotta realize, yes, y'all may be satisfied, but he might not totally be satisfied. Because you might feel it, you might come off of it, but he might need a little bit more longer length to get it how he want to get it. And it don't necessarily mean, and you always say, it ain't about the size of the boat, it's the ocean motion and all that shit. For y'all. But we also too gotta feel it too. You know what I mean? So sometimes it could be a decision where, yes, you're pleased, but he might not be totally satisfied.
All right.
But
well, like I said,
but this is the thing. I love it. I love that y'all are on board, because this is going to come out of the house savings. So we ain't got us.
KD,
Listen, what?
You ain't got to worry about it, because it's coming out of the savings of the house, because it's going to benefit the both of us.
Nah, that's a different story.
It's coming from
that's something totally different, Nell.
You get on a regular. I'm getting satisfaction. The house wins.
No, but see, this is the point right here. If somebody else get to enjoy the benefits of that, what the house paid for, that just ain't gonna work. So therefore, you need to pay for that separately than for out the house, because I'm not paying for it to get bigger for somebody else to possibly enjoy it.
That don't make sense.
I know this.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me, Ish?
That's crazy. What's in a relationship is a master in a relationship. You can't dictate how life going to be 10 years from now if you're not with me. That's like me buying you a car. I'm going to tell you to give me my car back.
And that's with any female who is having enhancement. The young lady who had it, she saved that money up for that separately. I just think that
hold on, KD. So if I pay for you to get a boob job and we break up, I'm not gonna be like, let me get that boob job back.
You know, a man did that. There's a man did that. He wanted his boob.
You ain't got it. Hey, cut that shit right out, bro.
Right.
Slice them shit out.
Slice them right out. Stop.
Guys, I want to give a shout out to JC. He always give a shout out to our show. Thank you, JC. On Wednesday, you have Three-Headed Monsters. he highly, highly praised the four of us. He told them, y'all need to come in and check them out. You'll be glad you did. He said it's a great informative show. So thank you, JC, for your support. Thank you so much.
So Helen got a question. So how do they extend it? I'm curious.
I saw one extended, y'all, with a rod. Now he got it in work. He was an older man, and I was taking X-rays at the time. And I had to take a hip X-ray. And when I put the X-ray up on the box, I'm like, what the hell? So when the doctor came in, I said, what is that? He said, it's a penis extender. I said, what? So it stayed like that constantly. It was a piece of iron in there.
All right, Katie, when you saw it, were you pleasantly surprised?
Not pleasantly surprised. He was 80-something years old. That was disgusting.
Oh my God.
Why was it disgusting?
That was disgusting. No. I was not pleasantly surprised. I was horrified.
Why? Because he
ain't supposed to have a penis?
Right.
With that rod in it. Oh my God.
But Katie, you don't know when he got that. He could have got that when he was like 60.
No, he told me when he got it. After because I asked him about it. I went in there and asked him.
It's metal?
The whole story.
It's a metal rod?
But he was very young. He was in his 80s and he got it in his 20s while he was in the service, in the military.
That's what I'm saying, Katie.
He probably got hurt out there. He needed that drink.
I don't know what the case, but it was not a pleasant surprise to no.
Katie, what I want to say is maybe it would have been if you got the chance to enjoy it.
Oh my T, I've been sick all weekend. Please don't make me sick again.
As the doctor in that girl mouth, you might have just wanted to hop on and gave it
oh my God. Okay, y'all, this man was 83 years old in there for double hip surgery. What the no, thank you.
So Helen is asking a lot of questions. I think she's down with the get down. It says, do it have any filling? Yes, it does. It doesn't take away from the filling. I heard that it adds to the length and it continues to keep the filling in there. In some aspects, they are adding. I heard if you want a girth, they add fat to it, and if you want length, there are rods that they add to it along with fat to add the girth and the length to it. So those are the ways they're enhancing the male's penis to make it enjoyable, pleasurable, and sizable for you.
So men are seen to be taking over that portion from women, huh?
No.
Well, they said the BBLs is slowing down some.
No,
say that.
Y'all still get way more work than the males are.
Okay.
Y'all get fucking Botox, breast jobs, all kinds of shit, lip fillers, every fucking thing. We ain't doing all that.
So there's a lot of great questions coming from this whole thing. So, Katie, are you saying that only women can enhance their bodies and men can't?
No, I wasn't talking about enhance that way. No,
I'm talking about
enhance what I already have.
Right.
But you're saying we're taking over
with what I have, huh?
You're saying we're taking over in the sense of we're getting work done where you ladies were running that industry.
Oh no, I'm not saying anything is wrong with it. If that's what rocked their boat, let them float.
Let them go in. Yeah, Maryland. Yes.
Put a curved rod in it. That
okay.
Next topic.
Oh no, Marilyn. I had a curve one time. I ain't like that. I didn't like that.
Next topic.
Oh my
Moving
God.
right along.
Oh, now y'all want to hop off the.
I didn't like that curve thing.
Yeah.
All right, so the next topic has to do with
You don't like the curve thing. Why is
ghosting.
that?
Ghosting.
Then damn killed me. Say what
right.
now?
What y'all feel about? How y'all feel about ghosting? What's your thoughts on that?
All right, hold on now, because we have to ask the question. Like, have you ever been ghosted? What's your definition of being ghosted? And have you ever ghosted anybody?
So tell me what y'all definition of ghosting is first.
I'll say, everybody can say their own definition, but I'm gonna say my definition of ghosting somebody is when you just out of nowhere, disappear on them and then like block them or whatever. They can't contact you.
So definition of it is
do
abrupt
you have
ending.
to have had contact with them, or because I mean I block people all the time in my inbox, so
No,
I never.
Katie.
No,
How
so
somebody you
ghosting is
Situation,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's like an abruptly. It says an abrupt ending is abruptly ending communication with someone without explanation.
Right.
So y'all in a communication and you just stop.
Hold on now. Let me explain it to Katie. You could be like this, Katie. We smashed yesterday, and today you're calling my phone, and it's like this number is not in service. That's how it is.
Right.
Or what you want.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Or no comment at all. Like y'all you get
No talking at all.
talking straight and read.
Right.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't say I ghost. Well, I can stop talking to a person just like that. I really can. I can cut off communication as if I
Katie
never
is
knew
the
you.
master ghoster. Katie is
Katie, you a master ghoster.
No, I mean, but I mean, I start back talking to them sometime. But if I cut them off, yeah, I can cut a person off like that, and they never existed in my
How
mind.
Diana gonna say, "Oops, I did that."
Oops, I did that.
They didn't know what that shit was.
Yeah. I've never had anybody ghost me though, but I have done it.
How y'all feel
Yeah.
about it? Y'all like
I think it's whack.
Yeah,
I
it's
do think
right.
it's whack. I feel like it's just a weak way to exit a situation. And definitely if it's a situation where, not just necessarily a smash situation, but if it's a serious situation, situation that you've been in with someone, and something that changed and they just decide to just disappear, like that's whack to me. Should definitely be communicating as to reasons why you need to exit, not just fall off the face of the earth.
All right, now what's your word?
Have I ghosted?
Have you ghosted or been ghosted?
Yeah, yes to both.
Yes to both. Yes to
Yeah,
both. You're saying
I've
yes
ghosted.
to both.
No. I don't ghost really. I gotta reply. I'm one of them people who can't not reply. Right? I gotta reply at some point. Either I reply with a phone call or I reply with a text. My OCD is, can I call it that? For the dumb shit is real high. Like I love the combativeness of sometimes of it. So I gotta be
No
like
drama, y'all.
I,
I want to smoke.
I want to smoke sometimes. No, but I just be needing to understand, right? Sometimes, yeah. So I'm gonna say yes, I've ghosted. Yes, I've been ghosted. You know what? I will say this about being ghosted. It makes you think. If you somebody who know deep down you did something wrong, then it gives you the opportunity to dig deep within yourself, right? And say, damn, like I could have fucked up right here. And you go back and you read past comments or conversations that y'all two may had, and it makes you really see that person could have been right. And realizing the reason why they're ghosting you is because of their upsetness with you. They're upset with you. But then you internalize that. If you somebody with a conscience, you're going to start to internalize that because you're going to try to search for answers to see exactly where it went wrong. And hopefully you uncover, you unearth those things that may have, what part you played in order for that person to stop talking to you. So.
Plus, hold on, Nell. Plus, also, her nigga could have got out of jail. Whatever could have happened. Anything could have happened where she got to, dip off for you. But as far as me ghosting people, like, I'll ghost people if those red flags start popping up. I'll ghost you like real quick.
Oh yeah,
that part.
Especially
that's what I was about to say right there.
Right.
That's when I ghost. When
Especially
things are not adding up, and I feel like I'm in the way.
No,
I'll ghost in a
I didn't
heartbeat.
know me being in the way. Especially if it's something that we had a conversation about, and then you're
Right.
still like violating, then I'll definitely just disappear.
Don't do that. Don't do that. He don't like. He don't love drama. He's getting better with it. I'm gonna actually share a story with y'all while we talk about this. Because actually, this past week, I started sitting down talking to someone, counseling. Right? I told y'all when I get on here and I say things, I don't just say things because it sounds good. I actually sat down and had my first therapist session this week, and also enrolled in anger management classes because I want to get in front of it. I don't want to let my anger or any toxic characteristics that I may be going through to lead me down a path of destruction. We talked last week's show was such an eye-opening experience with that young lady with them 6 girls. Whatever triggered and made that man snap to run in there and kill that woman who's the mother of his 6 daughters. I don't want it to be where my anger gets the best of me and I do something to fuck up everything that I worked so hard to get to at this point in my life. So when I think comments like that, he loves drama. That's not the real Nell that you think you know. So I don't. I like peace and harmony. It's just I don't know how to separate that world, but I'm learning to. So working on it. And that's the first step. The correction is understanding where you are in life is the first steps of correcting the behavior. And once you start understanding it and putting those things in place, then you start making better decisions. And that's why I'm going to start making better decisions from here on out, because I don't want to, at this stage of my life, work so hard to get here only to throw it away.
All right, hold on now. So let me ask the lady. So if somebody ghosted you, would you like dive deep into your brain to think about why it happened, or would you just move on?
Fuck no.
That depends on how deep the situation
Yeah,
is.
that's what I was about to say. I might think about it.
Lying.
More times than not,
Liars.
when I ghost, we have had
liars.
Liars. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna be honest.
Liar. Yeah, just say that. Say that, ladies. Just say no. We don't give a fuck. We formulate our own,
and we ended it that way.
But not Well, you would probably formulate your own opinion about, if you do, you're going to formulate it about yourself. You're going to be like, damn, what did I do wrong? What was it that? You know what I mean?
Y'all gonna be like, he must be with another bitch. He must
with another
bitch.
Yeah, but you're also going to look at yourself too. You're going to obviously be like, oh, well, it must have been somebody else. Oh, well, it must have been this, that, and the third day. The reason why he did all. But then you're going to self-reflect too. I mean, at least
I would really look at myself and ask myself, what did I do wrong? And if I keep on trying, nothing. I will now. I will look at myself, and I will try to find solutions. But if I can never find a solution, and I feel like I'm pushed away, when I'm pushed, boom.
Look at Nell's face. You are a liar.
Liar.
I would liar. What? That she wouldn't self-reflect? That she wouldn't self-reflect?
Sound the alarm.
I do self-reflect. I do. I mean, it's not my fault that most of the time what I reflect on is nothing that I see that I did wrong.
It's their fault. All right.
That's not my fault.
Before we move on, I want to ask one last question on ghosting. So, if you ghosted somebody, what would be that reason? What's one reason that you would ghost somebody for?
Like I said, kept trying to make things work, and it just doesn't work. And I feel like it's never gonna work. So,
yeah. Mine would probably be like something like a habit or a bad something annoying or just real fucking idiotic that they would do and that I just couldn't take. I'd just be like, I'm off it. Shut the shit down.
No.
If for some reason if I did ghost or I do ghost, it's just because I don't feel like entertaining. Because I know what my limitations are. That's what would stop me from replying back in that moment, is because I'm trying so hard not to go there. So it wouldn't be because I don't want to hear what they got to say. It's just that I'm trying to safeguard myself from becoming this angry monster and just becoming out of character. So at that moment, I gotta let it chill until I'm at a place where it's just something else positive is on my mind and I can entertain it a little better or remove myself from that. So when I do be able to come back, hopefully we can have a joint conversation where we can make the best of the conversation. Because I'm a double back. Definitely, I'm a double back because I don't think it's rude in a sense to kind of to move like that because people, that's people still feelings. You know what I mean? The other person, even if they did you wrong, you still got feelings too, and they just, hopefully, we can address it or make it, clear what we both going to do. Right. But yeah, that's the reason why I would ghost is just to chill for a minute.
No, I'm not doubling back. If I ghost you, it's because you disturbed my peace and you tried to fuck with my energy, and I'm just not going to allow any of that.
But what happens? Like, look, hold up, Tay. What happens if that person, yes, somebody go fuck up your happiness and mess with your peace at that moment? But what if they be like, you know what? I was in a fucking dark place. I was drawn. My apologies.
I ain't forgiving like that.
I understand all of that, but you can't affect what I've got going on. Like, I can't allow you to affect what I got going on. So you go ahead and handle what you got to handle, but I'm out.
Right.
Ladies, y'all hear that? I agree with that statement somewhat. If we say that, don't go with this narrative. Oh, he with another female. Oh, he never really liked me. Oh, you was playing with my feelings. Oh, you didn't. Oh, you just wanted what you got. It's not none of that. It's just we are trying to protect our own sanity.
Right.
And understand what we got going on and not trying to fuck with that. So it ain't none of that other stuff. It's just for the sole purpose of we saying enough's enough.
No, it's real easy to say. It's not always another woman. It's you. You're the crazy one.
We're the crazy ones, right? Always.
You're the crazy one. That's all.
They don't want to hear that. I don't think nobody wants to hear that. But y'all tell us, ladies, y'all tell us in a heartbeat that it's us. Right. But the moment we say it's y'all, that's still y'all don't receive that. Y'all still say, "Oh, you was playing, you wasn't serious, you just wanted to get some, or you had somebody else waiting, or you did." It's just it'd be the craziest of narratives that we hear. That is just.
I'm more with T on this one about that energy thing on these days. If that energy disturb my energy, and I don't want to disturb anybody, and if I feel like that my energy is disturbing your energy, I know that's going to cause friction. I may not like walking away. I know it may hurt me to walk away. Right. But the way I feel, if I stay, we're going to clash every day. Right. If I go, it's going to hurt for a while, but at least my energy field can get clean my heart chakra so that I can move on to the next or continue on with my life. But and have no remorse, because I don't want to ever take remorse with me.
Isn't that a little contradictory in a sense? Because you said in one sentence we said, all right, cool, that's messing with our energy, our feng shui. So it's cool to be like that. But then in another sentence you said if he ghosts you, you kind of searching for answers and you want your questions to be fulfilled.
No. We said that we are going to question ourselves. I would never ask him what is wrong. I would never give him that pleasure to even know that it bothered me that I was ghost. And that has been ever since I was like this. I never give a person the satisfaction of knowing that what they did to me, that I gave a fuck about it. And that's true. I'm never going to give them that satisfaction.
But why do we walk around with that? Why do we walk around with that? Why do we walk around with that hard exterior when we know we don't have to? So if we say in a sense, and I'm not, please, audience, I'm not picking on Katie. I'm just these are things that we hear often, right? Why wouldn't you give the person the satisfaction to know it bothered you? If it bothered you and that person cared, they want to know it bothered you. Let's talk about it.
Right, but if they ghosted you, then they don't want to hear from you. So
Exactly.
you're not letting them know that, like she's saying, well, we're not calling and trying to figure it out and say, why are you not responding? Why are you not answering my calls? Where are you?
If you ghost me, I'm not hearing from you anyway.
Hold on, Ish. But most girls do that.
Y'all do that all
most girls is gonna call you and be like, "Why are you not talking to me? Why are you not responding?"
I'm not that girl.
Okay, but
I had to learn not to be that girl. I won't say I have always been like that.
Right.
That took growth on my part, not to.
But where you think a person ghosting
you know that if one person turned you down, that doesn't mean that you're not good for the next person, and that's the mindset that we all, male and female, have to realize. One rejection doesn't mean the world.
Right, Katie. But it's not about rejection. It's about you wanted that person. So now that person ghosted you. So
you will feel rejected. Is what I'm saying. You're gonna feel rejected, but you can't live in that energy of feeling rejected. You're gonna feel rejected when one person ghosts you. You can't say it don't do something to you. You're gonna feel rejected, but you can't live in that energy. And I mean, like I say, I meditate a lot. I've had to learn how it cannot bother me.
All right. So my question is again, why is everything that's meant to make us think and possibly see different and make us look deeper within outside ourselves is the very thing that we are so quick to say, fuck them, I ain't going through that. If that person's ghosting you and y'all supposed to, and he tells you or she tells you, I get like this when things get a little bit out of control because of whatever I got going on in my head. I gotta give it a couple of minutes to relax or a couple of days just to relax. You might think they're ghosting you and they're just needing to get back to their place of peace, right?
Right.
You so ready to write them off for what? Instead of just saying, all right, let them chill.
Well, if they've had that conversation,
that's
then
what I was about to say.
Ghosting because you understand what's going on. If they have had that.
So how long? What's the time period on if you feel like you're ghosted or not? Is
7 seconds?
A couple seconds.
14 minutes. The moment that comment says read, they want a response back.
Right.
I mean, if we had that discussion, and I know that that's what they go through because I myself am like that.
Hold on, Katie. No discussion. You just text somebody and they're not responding. How long before you feel like they're ghosting you?
I mean, hell, I'm gonna give them.
I would say about a week.
Depending on what I text to them, but I mean, acknowledge me.
You said a week ish. How long you say, Katie?
A week.
Look at Katie.
Yeah, I mean, before I would say like somebody's definitely ghosting.
Okay.
Because I always think about like maybe something is going on or whatever the case may be. So after a week, I'm like, okay, I ain't hear from you or whatever the case may be. I would be like,
what's your time limit, Katie?
I mean, that's reasonable what each say, a week, but I'm not gonna keep on texting. Now I text that one time, and it's hard to say for me because like Nell, I do have to work on myself.
I know you ain't giving up no week, Katie.
You're right. Like I say, I'm like Nell. I have to work on myself because I would say F it in a heartbeat. But I will give it. I won't start erasing them out of my phone and stuff right away. But that will probably take about a week.
I just don't be understanding why we go through so many extremes. Like our extremes be like 0, everything is good, to 100, like everything's like detrimental.
Right.
Cool. Like if y'all with each other, let it, like, shit happens, and y'all should be able to get back and talk at some point. Everybody ain't going to talk when you want them to talk, because y'all women don't talk to us when y'all want us to talk. Because we've experienced it when we ask y'all a question, something, what's wrong? Nothing. But then a week from now, y'all telling us something that was wrong a week ago.
Right.
So y'all
that means that you're never communicating again, right? If you're ghosting, you're never communicating.
That means you're putting them on hold for right now until you get back to them.
So wait, y'all saying that ghosting you could, come back to life on it?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, Cat came at the life on TV.
Who came back to life now?
Casper at the end of the show, he always
Oh.
appeared.
Casper always came back
Yeah,
to
you can come
life.
back.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I'm saying though,
yeah, I thought it was a permanent thing. Like,
No,
I just thought it was like, all right, you ghosted this and you never talk to this person ever.
sometimes people just need to get out of their feelings
right.
and say, all right, I got enough respect for this person not to jump out the window right here.
Right.
I'm going to chill for a minute. I'm going to let them be great. I'm going to be great, and we'll get back. It don't mean, damn, they don't respond back in a minute that you got to cut them off like they did.
Right.
I don't know.
But the thing of it is, the person who did the ghosting is the one who should be the one to reach back out.
The person
that depends, Kate. That depends, Katie. That they should be the person to reach back out, but you could just bump into them in the street.
Well, that's why I said when I'm ghosted, that's pushing me right there. That's why I say it's a two-way street.
So Katie, if I ghosted you and then you saw me like 2 months later and I was like, "What's up?" You wouldn't say hi to me?
Oh yeah. Be like, hey, what's up, boy? Look, we fist pumping. That's all. Versus us doing like this. Hey, we fist pumping.
No, Katie. If you smash somebody, you is not giving them a fist bump. When
yes, I can, T.
Yes, why not?
So you go for smashing somebody with a fist bump?
I can do it. It can be just like we ain't never had that type of relationship. I can erase one part of the of whatever we had and greet you as another person. I have no problem doing that, and that's a promise. I can fist pump you all day. What's up, buddy?
Yo, if you ghost me and it's been 2 months, I'm coming in your house and I'm taking your catalytic converter straight like that.
Something. I mean, shit.
I'm taking your catalytic converter and 2 of your Amazon packages and like
right.
After that.
Right. And when I see you 2 months later, I'm dapping you up.
Nah, not only am I taking your catalytic converter and 2 of your Amazon packages, I'm gonna throw the peace sign up at you on your Ring doorbell so you know it was me.
I ain't tripping, man.
All right,
I ain't tripping.
Yeah, I'm not tripping. It is what it is. Like,
so reverse the roles, because you guys are asking us how we would feel. Like, what is your limits of if a female that you're digging? I know sometimes y'all don't care. Y'all could go days without talking to us because we're crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
But just think of if we were like, you were so into this chick, your vibe was great, you wanted to spend time with her, you wanted to talk to her, and she ghosted you. What's your limit? Like
that happens though, Ish. I don't have no limit because that happens.
I ain't got no limit.
That happens.
I'm still send.
I could 3 months later, she can just bop back up and say, "Hey, boo."
If the time meets together, if the time meets, then the time meets.
Ish, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you right now, a super bean, right? Just like she said, if the time meet up and I'm free,
right?
I'm not in a relationship, a situation, talking to nobody, then yes, I'm gonna run right. We're gonna run back into each other. We're gonna rock.
Right.
Enough for you. I don't know how to. I can't turn that off.
Right.
We ain't spoken a while.
Right.
Right. I understand shit might have got up under your skin, and you needed the time that you needed to reevaluate whatever you needed to reevaluate. Right. If I say I love you, it take a lot for me to fucking just leave. You can ghost me for weeks or months, and I'm still going to have that same feeling I had.
Right.
Right? When we get back, when we start talking again.
Hey, no, these cold-hearted ladies right here.
I call bullshit.
It's not cold-hearted. It's
cold-hearted. It's not bullshit.
Oh, my God.
You know why it's not bullshit? Because at the end of the day, we understand that shit don't go the way we want it to go in life.
Right. Gotcha.
And at the end of the day, I can't expect for somebody to move the way I want them to move.
Hold on, Ish. So if you like somebody, but then they ghost you, but then you have a second opportunity with them, are you going to be in your feelings and be like, no, I'm not going to give it a try because you ghosted me? Or if it's somebody that you like, would you be like, I want this? What the fuck?
Yeah, I get it, but I think for me, it's getting past the fact that you couldn't communicate to me the reasoning behind it, and
Eesh.
I think that's the hardest part to possibly get past, the hurdle to get past if we were going to get back into that space again, because
But isn't that a conversation, Ish? Whether that conversation happens now or whether it happens later, it's still a conversation that can be had.
I don't want to fucking talk to you later. I don't want to fucking talk to you later. I wanted to fucking talk to you before you ghosted me.
So what about
I ain't got shit to say later.
But what about if we ask you, ladies, what about, and this is a normal this is a normal thing that normally happens. If we ask you a question, just because we see body language is a little off,
right,
or facial expressions are a little off, or just something just seemed off, we ask you, what's up? You cool? Or what's wrong? And you say nothing, but you got some malice on your chest,
right.
but you come a week later or a couple of days later,
all the time.
But 9 times out of 10, Neil. 9 times out of 10, when a guy asks you, "Is what's wrong? Something wrong?" Y'all know what the hell be wrong with us.
We don't.
Yes,
you do. If you know your mate and you know what's going on within yourselves, 9 times out of 10, you know what the hell going on.
Hold on. Lost in translation with that.
Wait a minute. Hold on, now, KD. You could be mad at somebody because they didn't put out the trash when you asked them to. But if I'm watching a game, I'm not thinking about when you told me to put out the trash. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
But you know that the trash go out on the schedule,
but I'm not thinking about
that, so you know what the hell I'm mad about.
It is. I'm not thinking about that, is what I'm trying to tell you. Is all the time we're not thinking about that little shit that you said. I have other shit on my brain.
But ladies, understand,
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Do you understand where we keep saying is so colluded? Where you tell us we should know, but you tell us nothing.
Right.
Wrong. But then you come back a week later and tell us something was wrong. You ghosted us on that.
No, so I still say you know what be going on.
So just because I know, did you hear what I said when I first gave
okay, let me change it. If they dealing with KD, they gonna know what the hell went on. They gonna have an idea, because we done had that discussion over and over again before I ghost. I don't ghost that lightly. I gotta be
ghosted, right? Did you ghost? If somebody asks you if you what's wrong and you say nothing, you ghosted that question,
right?
Until you ready to communicate that, right?
Right.
So it don't matter how you want to slice it with we had conversation before. If you ghosted that person on anything that they asking you about that at that moment and you don't respond, you're ghosting them.
Right.
So if y'all can do that, then why can't you understand the fact that that person can ghost you too and not tell you what's wrong or not talk to you for that moment?
And that's why I say when ghosting take place, it's time for you to go on and find the next Casper.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's time to go on and find the next Casper and hope he don't disappear.
But you know what happens though? But you know what happens in those situations? The outcome is always the same.
Right.
Common denominator in every equation is you. If it don't work with Bob, Ricky, Mike, it ain't working with Donnie.
Chris.
Ralph Tresvant can't sing to you like you want to. You keep messing up the deal with Bobby Brown. Stop it. So the thing is, if you can say, I'm cool, I can tell him when he can know what I'm feeling. You should know what he's feeling. And be able to say, damn, I kind of rubbed Bay the wrong way. Let me give Bay the opportunity to get in his bag. He'll tell me, he'll talk to me. But again, if you go months if you go months and we don't speak, I still loved you.
Right.
I loved you before you ghosted me. And I'm probably still in love with you. So it ain't that easy for me to be like, fuck you.
Right.
If I see you, I'm gonna embrace you. If I see you, I'm gonna still talk to you. Right. If I see you and I ain't got nothing going on, and we can talk about it, we gonna get back.
Well, if we ain't talked in months or whatever, and we see each other, like I say, I'm still cool, but it's a totally different cool.
Okay.
But
it's a totally different cool.
We wonder why we haven't had successful relationships either.
Right. So Okay.
But a successful relationship, you don't just walk away from. You don't just
You don't
ghost in a
Exactly.
successful relationship.
But y'all asked
you're not
us. Y'all
supposed to.
asked us a question.
Hold on now.
We deal with the fact if we were ghosted.
Hold
I
on.
and him
Hold
said
on.
it would still be
Hold on
there.
now. Hold on now.
Right.
Yeah, Ish,
No, I get that.
you're not supposed to do these things, but sometimes shit happens. So there's never a time when somebody might have disappeared out of your life, and then you see them, and you know your feelings, and you be like, damn, I still have these kind of feelings for them. That's never happened to y'all.
Yeah, I'm sure it happens to everybody at some point in time. I agree with that. I don't disagree, but I think it's just a matter of how it's done, and maybe that's really what it boils down to: how it's done. Because some things for me, like I take personally.
Right.
You know what I mean? And ghosting me is a personal thing, in my opinion. Like it's a personal attack on me, and I'm going to choose it.
What if you was acting crazy though, Ish?
Yeah, what if he was wilding?
Then I would have to that would be something that I would have to be like, okay, that's why he's don't want to be fucking bothered. And okay, you got to get your shit together and change and start changing some of your fucking ways. Like, you know what I mean? But all and still, I would understand it and I would have respected it more if he would have came and said, listen, you wilding out. I can't deal with this shit.
Right.
I'm out.
That's what I'm saying. You're wilding. He's telling you that you're wilding, but you're not hearing it. You're in the wilding, mind frame. So years later, hold on. So years later, you see him and you apologize for wilding. Do you not expect him to be open arms to you?
Sure, but I'm going to apologize. Well, I'm going to apologize when he's telling me that. I'm going to say, and then I'm going to understand that if I can't make the necessary changes, then he could go.
Wait a minute, East. So when you're wilding and you don't know that you're wilding, you're going to apologize in that moment?
No, I'm a monkey. I'm a monkey. I know when the fuck I'm wilding. Let me tell you. I know when I'm wilding, and I'm going to say 10 minutes. I'm going to wild. I'm going to be a little Tasmanian devil. And it's going to be real wicked, right? And then I'm going to be like, okay, I understand. I totally understand. It has been done and asked. And I've said, I totally understand. I was fucking acting bananas and crazy. I apologize. And I understand if you do not want to be bothered any longer. I have done it. So that's just me. Not everybody is going to do that. You know what I mean? And not everybody's going to do that. And if that person decided that they wanted to ghost and they just wanted to not be bothered no more, I would have to be okay with that. 2-3 months down the line, even if I might have made some changes, I just really don't feel like it would be the same.
They cold-hearted now. They the killers. Look at both of them. They killers.
Things can't be the same. I mean, you were there once for me, and then you walked off. I can't trust you again. Not to like.
KD, sometimes people grow and change. You know that, right?
Well,
they could grow to be a better person, and they wouldn't do that to you again. You know that could happen, right?
It could happen, but are we brave enough to take that chance again when your heart been broken?
Hopefully,
that's the problem. That's a part of life. You got to take chances.
Hopefully you are, because sometimes you know what.
Well, you're gonna take that chance, but with a different person.
I can't.
But this is the thing, right? When we get with people, right, what we don't realize is we're grooming them to be made for us.
Right.
Right? You're grooming that person to fit where they need to fit in your life. Right? You just think, however old you are, you had to go through trials and tribulations to get to the person that you are now. So you had to learn ways to make yourself better. They got to go through those same trials and tribulations and slips and falls too to be the best that they can be for you, right? Let's give people opportunities to do that. Yes, it may take somebody a little longer than you want it to be. Right. They may stumble. They might stumble more times you want to, but the real true definition of a person that's willing to make the necessary changes is those that see their flaws and says to you, I get it. I understand. I'm sorry for what I've done or what I had not done. I'm willing to make the necessary adjustments because I see that this is costing me. You.
Right.
If this is what you need, I'm willing to make the sacrifices to show you that you are what I want. I may have stumbled out of the gate. We even may have had conversations about this before, but I am willing to do everything I can to make sure that I am giving you what you need. If a person comes to you with that and they are willing to show you, what harm is it in giving them that space to do it? If you've given them that space after that conversation like that, and you've put on, well, you know what, this is my last straw with this. If it doesn't go the way that we want it to go, then this is going to break. Then they know now that there's an ending to this story if it doesn't change.
All right. So Diana was asking if the person never initiates the call. That's not ghosting. That's just if I'm responding to you, if you're the only one initiating it, but I'm still responding, I'm not ghosting you. I'm just not being the first one to call.
Yes. Yes, that's not ghosting. Ghosting is not responding, not having no conversation at all.
Right.
You sending messages and it's just on green or blue and it ain't nothing else. There's no other bubble from them.
Right.
All right. We got right. This is some crazy shit.
Wait, let me get into this now. All right. So on Thursdays we have meetings, and I always tell these beautiful ladies that there's a million topics inside of y'all. If y'all just search, you will find it. So before I even saw this one particular situation that happened, I was having a conversation with a female, and I was asking her how did her sexual prowess change, and she said that she had lost her virginity at like later on, and then she was raped, and then she said once she was raped, her sexual appetite rose. So she said once she was molested or raped or whatever, her sexual appetite grew. So what happened in this one particular story was a mom caught a grown man, DMing her daughter, her 9-year-old daughter. So she pulled him up on live and had a conversation with him and exposed him, and he was in all these other little kids' DMs or whatever. So the topic of the matter is, are you aware of what's going on in your child's DMs? And women or even men that have been molested, has that changed your sexual, appetite?
Yes, crazy.
A lot. Just to piggyback off of that, it was wild. I was watching it on Instagram the other day, and they went live. The mother went live with the perp, and he, other people was along with her on that live, and they pulled him up on the sex offenders registration, and he said, "Yes, this is me, and yes, this is my age." And she's like, "Well, why are you inside of my 9-year-old daughter's DMs? Why are you liking pictures of kids eating water ices and doing kid things?"
And he was actually sending messages like, send a picture of, like with a short shirt on, like sticking your tongue out. He was sending the little kids messages and shit like that. So he was actually on house arrest for this same kind of crime. And I don't know if he's been arrested since, but this is something that they're going, they're digging into. But even her as a mom being able to sit there on that live, like I wouldn't have been able to do that. If that was my daughter, I would have been like right at your neck. It wouldn't have been no conversation. It wouldn't have been none of that. So it got a little crazy. But
you know what was so perplexing about that whole thing, and we'll share the link in the Uncensored Minds group about this so y'all can see exactly what we're talking about. But what made it so scary was his demeanor was so calm.
Right.
He knew he was wrong. He knew he was caught. He admitted to everything.
Right.
Yes, me. Yeah, but hold up. I was just saying, yo, this being friendly.
Right.
Bro, you're already, going through the process. You may have been convicted of it before. You've been in this process of a sex offender dealing with young kids.
Right.
And to be exposed and have the mother of the child on there, and you are so cavalier. It makes it scary. Again, he made a very good point introducing this topic about how well do you know where your kids, do you know where your kids are right now?
Right.
Do you know what your kids are doing right now? When you give these little babies these phones to go on YouTube to watch these little videos or make these little TikTok videos, do you know who is watching back? That's the scary thing. We think it's cute, it's all great, and it's all good. But do we know what eyes are on it? Do we know what danger we could be putting our kids in, and the potential danger that lurks out there when we send them out there to go to school, to the store, or just to play outside?
But I also want to say that for the majority of women that I've come across, it's been more that have been molested than not.
Yes, I would agree.
It's going to alter it either way. It can alter it to where they can become a sex fanatic, or it could alter it to where they actually hate the act of having sex. So that can go either way.
Yeah.
Like Nell said, the main thing, like you say, the main thing is parents are not in their children's business enough. I've seen it for myself. You don't know what they're doing online. You don't know who they're speaking to online, because pedophiles can even make up fake accounts. I mean, heck, they be in my account, but imagine a child of 9. They don't know that. Children now that age have cash apps and stuff. If they got a phone, they don't got a little cash app made for them. They could offer them cash if they just show them their little chest. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be mad, because that right there is a form of molestation. And it can grow into something even more.
Yeah. I don't know what I would do.
It's a couple ladies in the comments that are saying, they have went through these, experience that has changed them.
Yeah. They definitely will. I mean, I can attest to that. It definitely changes you mentally, and it changes you physically. And I think that, like Karen said, it could go either way. A lot of the times I've seen it go more of the promiscuous way, where you're more intrigued about things sexually, you're more gravitating towards those things that you want to learn about, that'll stimulate you more, and things like that. So I've seen that, and even with knowing others as well that has been either molested or raped, that seems to be the way that it goes.
So my question is, how do y'all think that this is something that could be prevented? Because, like I was saying, I know more women that have been than not. So how do you think we can change that?
Counseling, therapy. If you go through it,
no, not to change, Katie. I'm talking about to stop it.
From happening. It's so difficult.
That's been happening for so long, T.
Yeah.
It's the only way you can stop it is to know your child. You can't stop a person from doing the act. You can't be around your child 24/7. But what you can do is recognize your child, recognize the slightest change in your child, and question that change. I don't care how slight that change is. Recognize that change and follow up to where that change is coming in from. Don't just accept it like, oh, it's just a part of the growth. Investigate it. Know your child. Be in their life.
And why do y'all think that people are, not speaking up about it when it does happen?
Fear.
Most of the time it's fear. It's fear of judgment, fear of just a whole bunch of different things being looked at differently, being placed blame upon, but mostly judgment.
Mostly judgment, because you feel, even though you're the victim, you feel like you have done something nasty or wrong. Even though you're the victim, but you feel nasty and disgusting. And like like you're a whore,
Right.
really and
Mhm.
truly. Even though
Mhm.
you didn't do the act, it
Right.
it make you feel like you're a whore.
So
Mhm.
when you're little, you know, do your moms have this conversation with you? You know, not to let people touch on you. You know, are these conversations being had?
Mm-hmm.
For sure. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like no matter how many times you've heard the conversation, no matter how many times it was, placed upon you, when you're in the midst of it or it is happening, something else kind of comes over you where, you're just in a space where you just don't know what to do. You just don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm. And Angelia is right. Now, I knew a young lady when she was younger. She was about 8, and her stepfather was molesting her. Then he started on her sister, and she hit him over the head with a lamp. And when she told her mom that this man had been messing with her for over a year, coming to her room every night, and he was bragging to his family members about doing this, her mama put her out. So a lot of times it's the fear of not being believed or being blamed because it's happening to you.
Right. Yeah, that's tough.
Hmm. But there's some parents that do that.
So no, if you had a daughter, you know, 8, 7, 8, what would you tell her about, trying to prevent this?
Um, just being, just sitting down, being conscientious. I remember just conversations that, when we were children, our parents would have with us and not talking to strangers, making sure that, it wasn't her or my father coming to pick us up from school. We ain't going. Even if it was an uncle, even if it was an aunt that we knew, if it wasn't one of them two, then you ain't going home.
Right.
Making sure that, never letting anyone dim your voice, not even me. If you feel like you need to speak out on something or something isn't how it normally is,
Mhm.
then speak up. If it's me, if it's your mother, your brother, or whoever is in this household, if it's something that you don't feel comfortable with, speak up. Speak up, speak up, speak up. Never allow your voice to be dimmed, even if someone tells you you'll get in trouble. You won't. Just being conscientious of what's going on today and not just saying, oh, that's just the way of the world, or oh, that's just how social media is. Being cognizant of what they ingest, right? Because ingestation is what they consume is social media, the way they consume fun, what they think is acceptable behavior for themselves and or others. Just being very, very diligent when it comes to the safety and the minds of our children, especially our young girls. And it trickles down to our boys as well. Um, it really does. But just being conscientious of what's going on, always being aware, and letting them know, even if I'm not around, pick up the phone,
Mhm.
call 911, pick up the phone, call me, call your mother, pick up the phone and call the sexual abuse hotline as well, because there's going to be some way someone gets to you that is going to make sure that you're safe, and just making sure that their voice is never dimmed and not just pushing them off. Because sometimes, we as adults, we think that, oh, they're just children, they don't know what they're talking about, or they understand this child's place. Um, just hearing them out and listening. And even if it's something that is might have a little fluff to it, letting them know that you understood where they were coming from, so they always feel safe coming to you, even if it's not true.
No. So even when both my kids were young, like I seen somebody in the chat saying it's not only strangers. Even when it comes to like family members, when both my kids was young, I still wasn't letting my kids spend the night nowhere. Like my kids was always with me or their mom, or even when they was like going to daycare and started going to school and everything, I was always having these conversations with my kids from the time they was like 5, 6 years old. Like, don't let anybody touch on you. If somebody do say something to you, whatever, just let me know. So I was always, aware of that because I always seen it since we was young boys. Like I always seen it. So I was always on my kids about that kind of stuff.
It's funny that you say that because, I don't have any biological kids of my own. I have my godchildren, right? And whenever they call and ask for something or whatever, or say they going here or they going here, my first question is, who's going to be there?
Right.
Where you going? No, you're not spending the night. No one is spending the night at your house. None of that's going on.
Right.
Because people are weird and crazy. I don't want you to think I'm being overbearing, but I am. I'm protecting your innocence.
Right.
Once your innocence is taken from you, everything else is gone. Right. So again, make all that spending the night out. I didn't spend a night out my house. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't spend a night out of my house.
That's what I'm saying.
17 years old.
Thanks.
And I spent the night out at my house at 17 years old. At where did I spend that out? I was in Orlando, Florida. That was the first time I spent the night out of my house. My mom gave me a graduation trip to Orlando, Florida. That was the first time I spent the night out of my house in 17 years. Because my parents made sure they knew exactly where I was at all times and made sure that I was not put in a position to be taken advantage of or my name being associated with taking advantage of anybody else. So to combat all that, stay your ass in your own house where you are safe and we know you safe, right? And I always was like, well, why can't I go stay over there? Because you can't. You got your own house here. You got your own this is your dirty ass room that you want to stay in. That's yours.
Retired chef said his daughter don't hug male family members. I mean, it's just certain things that they don't do.
That in the mouth and all that, that's cool. But then it almost kind of opens the door up for anybody to do it. Like it's just weird. It's weird. You gotta be safe with these kids because they get this sense of, okay, I can go with them because that's my dad's friend or that's my uncle. And no, uncles touch, aunts touch,
right?
Grandfathers touch.
But you know what's the part that they have to be careful about? Those uncles, those granddaddies, those whatever that want them to sit on their lap. Come on, sit on my lap.
That's what I'm saying. Who's doing that? Like, I was not doing that with my kids.
I don't even want my daughter.
But in back in the day, that's what they would do. Hey, Dad, come on, sit in my lap. That's when it would take place.
Yo, y'all know my preference, right? In women, I like a mature woman. I don't like when I see women being naked around kids, right? I don't like because they think it's not cool behavior. At a certain point, if you're a certain age, I think it's 4 or 5 years old, you should not be a woman walking around your little boy naked. Why? Because they think it's okay when they go to school and think that that's how girls are supposed to be. We see our mothers first. We see our fathers first. I'm not walking around my little girl getting out the shower, walking around butt naked. I'm not doing it. I'm putting on some shorts and probably a t-shirt. I might got a white beater on, but I'm showing them the sense of responsibility of taking care and taking a greater sense of their bodies and knowing if daddy not doing it, nobody else should be around you doing it. If mommy not doing it, nobody else should be comfortable around you doing it. And we got to, and women, yes, kids are young and they think, but y'all can't be walking around these little kids like this because they're impressionable. They start touching on shit.
I agree.
Now your kid is looked upon as being a fucking pedophile or he's a touchy-feely little kid, and that follows them the rest of their life.
I agree.
I also wanted to touch on siblings as well. You have to be mindful of siblings as well to make sure that there's no crazy interactions going on there as well. And you also have to talk to whether it's a little boy or a little girl. You have to let all of them know that it's okay to speak up if somebody did something. And make sure you speak up. Don't just sit on that. I don't care what it is. I don't care if they kissed you on the cheek. Make sure you speak up and say something happened.
Exactly. I agree too.
Yeah.
Don't everybody kiss your kids in their face, and they
All that.
don't everybody pick your kids up. Don't let everybody be so friendly with your kids, because you know what? The moment their innocence is taken away from them is the moment they've lost themselves. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's in our chat. That says, "I've never been the same since." I've gotten through life, but I've never been the same ever since that interaction, because I thought that was the way to go. I didn't know that wasn't behavior that wasn't supposed to be. My innocence was taken from me, or I was told to shut up, and if I didn't, something was going to happen to me or to you. If somebody tell you that they're going to do something to me, let them do it. Let them do it. But you better come tell me or something, because I don't want you to be like, oh, if you tell your dad I'm gonna do something to your dad, tell him to come do something to their dad. But you best talk up and speak up. But again, you gotta make sure you make that. You gotta make sure you drill that in your kid's head now, because if you don't, it's just going to be, damn. I wish I would have did something sooner. I wish I would have seen this. I could have, would have did. Right? You arm them with as much information as you possibly can. They make better decisions, hopefully. And don't be scared to talk to your kids. Don't be scared to have these harsh conversations, because the harsher the conversation, the more their mind is trained to be on the lookout for those very things just right there.
I say you start those talks as soon as a baby begin touching themselves. When you changing that pamper, and they can touch themselves like that. That's when you start teaching them. No, don't you play down now. You first begin with that, because most babies, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna grab at themselves. So you teach them first. No, don't grab at that. As they grow, that's when you let them know. The doctor check you when mommy or daddy is in the room with you only. That's what we told our son. One time he wanted to go join the Y for the summer. I was a little bit more lenient than his father was. We went to that Y, and his dad took one look at it because of a guy that he did not trust there. He said, he ain't going. He said he ain't coming to this Y, and he wouldn't allow him to go because he just didn't get a good vibe about it.
I also want to say that us as adults, we have to be more accountable for. When that uncle is a little crazy and he
Mm-hmm.
might do a little so. We have to be,
Right.
more responsible and help these people out, and
I
not
do agree
allow,
too.
not allow these children to be around these people that we know ain't right.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Don't turn your head on them. Don't even allow them in your house. Retired chef said his mom was a little overboard, but he couldn't even let his grandmama in the house if she wasn't there, and he ain't lying. And
I ain't spending my house. I was 22, and that was because we had a funeral to go to in South Carolina. Right? They wasn't playing that. What folks was
uh-uh.
playing that, yo?
Don't you open that door for nobody.
But that's how it should be. I think it would probably keep down on a lot of the things happening that are happening.
Mm-hmm.
But also too, what's needed to be understood is also is, don't just be on the lookout for your kids. Be on the lookout for yourself. You know what I mean? The sexual assault happens to at all ages. Sexual
Mm-hmm.
assault, baby, or even as old as 70, 80 years old. If you feel the need, if you feel like you're being sexually assaulted, please do not turn a blind eye. Don't blame yourself. Don't think twice. Call it. If you need help, call it your local authorities and or the Rain Foundation, which is the nation's largest sexual violence organization. Their number is 800-656-4673. If you need help, if you need to give this number to anyone, please give it to them. You will remain anonymous, but help will be on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah, that's a tough one, man.
yeah, for sure.
That's a tough one. I
See,
personally
did you
think
see the number I tagged up there? Maybe you can pin it for a minute.
you
I tagged the hotline up there.
Oh,
what?
where?
I put it in the comments.
You don't see nothing.
Talking about Willis?
Yeah.
It didn't pop up yet, Katie. Or
Look, I
It
just
was
want to say,
there. I promise you. They may have taken it down, but I promise you it was there.
what was the wording that you put in there? Did you put sexual harassment or something like that?
No.
Did you
Uh-uh.
put the number up there?
Yep. Help is available. Speak with someone today. National Sexual Assault
There it is.
Hotline
Here,
of help.
yeah, they probably blocked it from the National Sexual
Why? I mean,
Assault.
that's helping somebody. Why would they block it?
Because you put sexual assault. Sexual assault. You see
But
that?
it's a
Yeah,
hotline number.
Right,
yeah,
Katie.
but they have trigger
Alone.
words.
Yeah, those were trigger words, Katie.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to say that I would treat these people like growing up. I would treat people that you knew wasn't right just like you treated rats. Like you can't talk to me, stay away from me. Like there should be no interaction with people that you know are doing foul shit.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you got to question a person's integrity, keep them away.
Yeah.
If you can't vouch their character, which I don't vouch nobody's character when it comes to kids, but a select few, then we keep them away. You know what I mean? All my homies got kids. We comfortable and safe with each other. You know what I mean? We handle our business with our kids the right way, so I'm comfortable with them. But when we got crazies, because we got crazies that we know, we don't. You know what I mean? And everybody don't gotta be in your business. That's what we talking about. Like everybody ain't all gotta be knowing what your kids, who your kid. They sometimes people crazy. They want to get next to you so bad that they start stalking your kids and your significant others. That's why sometimes y'all think we be hiding our relationships or we be hiding our families. No, it be really a conscientious effort to keep what's ours safe.
Right.
And I think that gets lost in translation. Oh no, how come you don't post this and that? I'm not hiding shit. I'm just trying to safeguard my this from what's going on out here in this world. It's just weird.
All right, now before we move on, I want to ask the ladies how they feel about what Rhonda said. So, do y'all think that this is true that sometimes you can hate men because of something that happened to you?
I think it can happen.
I could see that possibly happening. I mean, I'm sure it would. That's that part where I say it can affect them either way. Either they gonna be promiscuous and love sex, or it could turn them against it and make them afraid to even get involved with the opposite sex. So yeah, I think it can happen.
Even with this retired chief, even when my kids was young playing sports, I was always there. I was always there.
When I school bus was taking you.
Right. Don't just leave y'all kids with these coaches thinking it's all good. You don't
or home. Or even walking home from the field or the basketball court. People be lurking. They sitting outside on the corner. I know, especially in our neighborhood. Everybody on the corner. You never know what weirdo was out there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you never know what weirdo was out there. It's weirdo season.
Yeah, I didn't see that shit with the coaches. No, I'll be there.
All right. So this is the big bad ideology time. Right? This is when it starts. Y'all know this is the time. This is when y'all tell us at the end of the night that was a good show. This is the time we get into it. My man is here.
I want to use this. Look, no, I want to use this as a educational or a learning point because it's something that I battle with daily.
Okay.
And it's something that I have a fight within myself, and it's something that I'm trying to learn how to get better at. So I want to ask y'all for y'all advice. I have this phrase or this saying, that my pride and my ego is bigger than me. And that's not always something that I can control. So what are y'all thoughts? And do y'all agree that sometimes your pride and ego can get bigger than you as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Your pride and your ego, if you don't get a handle on it, it will definitely become larger than life, larger than anything that you got going on. And it's not always the best thing. So the question is how do you draw the reins in
Right.
How to find that happy medium where you still are being who you are, but you draw the reins in a little bit where it doesn't become larger than anything that you have going on.
So my mom would say,
What was the question?
the question is, since
I'm
some
with you, Nell. I didn't get it either.
pay attention, people. Listen.
Right.
Sometimes your pride and ego take control of you, and how do you rein that in?
Oh, okay.
So, sometimes my mom would tell me, well, these women have been spoiling you like your whole life, so it's hard for you to, to have any kind of empathy in that area. So it could be easy for me to just be like, I could get another one. Like, it's not really nothing. Like, so sometimes, and even like little things, if a girl did something to me that I feel is disrespectful, then I might react. Like, my pride and my ego sometimes can cause me to react, and sometimes it's not good or necessary. So the question is, what do you do when your pride or your ego is out of control? How do you rein that
in? Great question.
Mm-hmm.
Great question. I'm gonna jump in this world. I'm gonna jump in this. This is my world right here. My pride and ego. I think your pride gets bruised. Your ego gets bruised when somebody says something that you don't like, right? Because that's the reason why I say, "Oh, I snap. I jump off the handle, or I need to respond back, or I gotta make sure that my point of view is getting heard." And not until recently, when I realized that was becoming a problem, right? Even I could have been right. I could have been right. They could have been wrong, or they could have been right, and I could have been wrong. I realized that only perpetuates the situation. It only makes it that much more detrimental. Sometimes you have to be able to pull yourself out of that moment and say, "Hold up. Do I really want to do this?"
Right.
Meaning, do I really want to take it so far to where that person feels even more pain than they're feeling? And then now, too, I'm feeling, my conscience has now kicked in a couple hours later, and I'm like, damn, I went too far.
Right.
Or do I just want to make amends? And a situation helped me to understand that, to where the point where it's like, sometimes it's just cool to just listen. If a person has something to say, take it as just that, their opinion that's hopefully helping you to become better. Because the moment we see a person's point of view, it's not always meant to tear us down.
Hold on. No, I want to stay right there where you at. So when you feel disrespected, will you allow somebody to check you?
Before I would just go back. It would just be a counter punch, just counter punching. Not because I wanted to smoke, but because I didn't know how to turn that off and just be like, all right, enough's enough. I'm arguing with somebody I love. I'm arguing with somebody I fuck with. I'm arguing with somebody who I'm cool with. Let it be. We can come back to it when I'm not in this combative mood. Or I don't gotta look at it as being a detriment, like they trying to shoot me. I could just be looking at it as like they trying to help me. Everything ain't always. I've realized that everything ain't always meant to kill you. It could be meant to save you. And when we start looking at things from a different perspective, we get greater understanding of what is being communicated to us, hopefully. But then too, you start to internalize that, and you start to be like, damn, I fucked up. And I fucked up to the point where I should have been doing these things. I could have did a little bit more in these areas. I could have lended myself to this a little bit more, and I see where they're coming from. And hopefully you're willing to make that change to be like, all right, I now get it. It's not that I didn't get it before or I didn't care. I was just so caught up in so many other things that I was trying to do in accordance to this, but to them, they weren't saying it because it wasn't benefiting them at that moment, or just even benefiting me. Now, when I slow down and I start to understand that everything ain't meant to tear me down, and it don't got to tear me down just because of somebody's opinion, and it don't equate to what I think it should be equal to.
No. In this instance, they are trying to tear you down.
But even if they are, right? Even if they are, no one has the power over you other than you, right? Because ultimately, it's their other. Ultimately, you control how you react to it,
right?
Right? If you going to jump out the window, you going to want. If you fall, you're going to hurt yourself,
right?
If you come out guns a blazing, then you liable to kill the person that if you at the end of that gunfight you ain't want to die, or you liable to put yourself in a position that's going to be a detriment to you for the rest of your life. And do we really want that? So it's almost like saving yourself.
Hold on, Nell. So I want to ask everybody, where is the line in being humble and letting somebody take advantage of you?
I think you only let a person can only take advantage of you if you let them. And I don't think people think that far. I think people think everybody's trying to take advantage of them when it doesn't coincide with how they want it to go. You're trying to take advantage of me, but if I'm doing it, that's because I wanted to do it. So if I'm letting you take advantage of me, it's not really taking advantage of me because I allow it. If somebody tries to take advantage of you, you don't have to allow it. And you don't got to be defensive about it. Because a person is going to try to get as much as they can get. That's just life. They're going to see how much they can get out of you, or get how long they can let the rope go before they hang themselves. That's just what they want to see, how far they can go. And if you allow it, that's you allowing it. If you don't, that's you saying, this is where I stand on this.
And all right, now let me ask the ladies. So y'all know somebody playing with y'all, right? And y'all know that they testing you. How do you control your pride and your ego in these situations?
Playing how? What do you mean? Like playing with your feelings?
Come on, KD.
Like playing with your feelings?
Tell KD what it means when somebody's playing with you.
Playing with you, take advantage of you.
Right.
And what are you asking to my? How do I handle that?
I'm asking you, how do you control your pride and your ego in these situations?
Well, number one, I would never allow anyone to bring this pride down. I thank my grandmother for building that up. So no one would ever be able to tear my pride down on that. And I would never, ever let my pride go. I was telling a cousin of mine today, I said, shit, I would eat dirt before I have to eat somebody's damn food and beg them. And that's just me. I never beg anybody, and no one would ever.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say, Katie, is that sometimes you can run overboard with your pride.
I'm overboard, and it ain't going nowhere.
Even
no life jacket. I'm sorry, but I'm not tearing down what's been built.
I hear you, Katie, and I'm not asking you to. I'm just saying, even in those instances, sometimes you can let your pride and your ego, run off the train when you don't have to.
Well, give me show me that it don't have to. When you show me that it don't have to, then I can put it back on track. Otherwise, that damn caboose can get the fuck on.
All right, Katie, you see how you said the little girl was trying to fight you and then you pistol whipped her? That's an example of your pride and your ego. You don't have to go that far.
Of course, y'all, I would never, ever pistol whip a child. We're going to make that clear. I would never do that just because I said that. Now, we were just talking. I would never, ever hurt a child. We just put up down this hotline number.
I guarantee you,
my pride is very high.
Right.
Guadalupe is not going to her house.
What's your thought? What's your thoughts, Ish?
So if I was getting played, how would I allow my ego and pride to maneuver during a situation like that?
That's the ghosting situation.
No, it's not a ghosting situation. It
is for me. Bye. I'm gone.
A ghosting situation you can just eliminate.
No, I'm saying I would ghost.
Well, okay.
Right. You were saying you would ghost.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have to see the kind of space that I am in per se myself, where I am with things, because I might allow for some fuckery,
Right.
depending, right? And so then here it is, and then that's the petty side of me that I try to outgrow, because sometimes you can know certain things about an individual, like about really how they're moving, even though they might tell you something, but you kind of know really how they're moving, and you kind of want to play this little tango, right? Just because of whatever space you may be in.
Right.
But if I'm in a different type of space, my pride is going to not allow for that. And therefore, it will take over. My ego is going to be so big in the room that he's not even going to want to be in the room.
That's what I'm saying.
You see what I'm saying?
What's your definition of playing, though? Like when people say they trying to play you or they playing with you, what's your definition of that? I always wonder.
No, I just asked T what he was talking about. He said, I know what it is, so y'all know what it is. Didn't T just say that? He said, come on, we all wrong.
Y'all don't know what it is. Somebody trying to play with you?
No. You just said we all know what it is. So we all grown. We know what
playing is.
I'm saying you know what it is, though.
No. I'm saying what's your definition? Each person have a different definition. What's your definition of when somebody's playing with you? Like what are they doing that's playing with you?
They testing you.
That all the time.
They testing you. They basically testing you. Like they know, you know how people that know you know how to push your buttons.
Yeah,
so they purposely pushing your buttons.
Yeah, that you say stop playing with.
They purposely hitting below the belt. They purposely pushing your buttons. They doing shit on purpose that they know is going to tick you off.
Okay, well, see, T, that's all you had to tell me. I wouldn't quite go with that.
Everybody should know that.
No, just because you know it don't mean everybody know it, T. You got to stop that, Capricorn.
You're right.
I just had the same conversation with the Capricorn.
I forgot. I thought everybody had a brain. I thought this was 100%.
But look, only the Capricorns have a perfect brain. Only a Capricorn is perfect.
I thought this was 100%, man. What's up?
Only a Capricorn is perfect.
I can't. That was perfect.
Cancer.
Go ahead now. What you saying?
No, I was just saying when two Capricorns come together, they make a Cancer. I was just playing on that. My mom is Capricorn. I don't know, just playing with people. I hate using that word playing because some people have different interpretations of it. They think when you playing with them, you trying to get something out of them.
I don't mean they trying to play you.
No, but your definition of it was spot on to me. It's they pushing your buttons to see how far they can get. And some people's interpretation is you playing me, you trying to get something out. It's just certain people's interpretations of it is different. But, you only can let a person go as far as you let them go, right? If they pushing your buttons, it's up to you to allow them to or not to. And you have that, hopefully you got that control to say, damn, yo, I'm going to get up out of this or I'm going to hurt this person.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if you can't play with people and expect them not to react.
Right.
You can't. I don't know people think that they can throw jabs at you and they can say what they want, but the moment you come back, oh my God, you went so hard.
Right.
You can't play with this. You can't do this and I expect somebody to do how they come back. So that's why I said if you're not built for that, then don't do it. Don't do it. If you're not ready for that smoke that may come from what that looks like, then you should stay on the porch and just chill and be like, this ain't the fight for me. You know what I mean? And be like, all right, cool. Because sometimes people think they tougher than what they are.
Right.
And they think that their mouth is strong, but the other person might be with a whole different type of vibe. Like they might be with a whole different type of stuff you're not built for. So that's why
I totally agree with that, Nell. That's why I walk away. Because this mouth is a complete weapon. If I ever let it loose, this mouth, I promise you, my son have always told, he said, Mama, you got the nastiest mouth. It can be a weapon, and I don't like it.
But
I don't like it.
You see
so
how
I walk away before it gets to that.
But you see how you said your mouth is a complete weapon? Some people don't
say what?
Your mouth is nasty.
See, he just opened the door and said your mouth is nasty, and it can be.
Joe Lily Jr.
But I don't take it there because I know my mouth can be a weapon, and when I care for a person in any form, I'm not gonna let it go because I know once it go, ain't no coming back from what I do to you.
But that's why
You know what
saying
I'm saying?
some people can say they mouth a weapon, but then on the flip side of that, somebody else's reaction to that can be way more crazy than your mouth. You might have been like, I just was throwing daggers. You coming back with you coming back with whatever.
Right.
That's why I
That would be
say,
me.
if you're not built for it, don't, even because some people like, I can handle it. I'm this, I'm that. The person might be a motherfucker.
Right.
Exactly.
Might got the bar.
Two
They
motherfuckers
might be
together just don't get it.
That's what I'm.
You know,
But that's why I say
I'm
chill.
just being honest.
No,
That's
Might not be ready for that shit.
that's what I'm trying to get to, because
Chill.
a lot of people will say, that's a question of maturity or growing, but it's also like, you can't fucking play with me. Like, I'm
Right.
sorry.
Well, like I
I know.
said, that's when you get them like this and you both like this, you are not, because it's going to be a constant sword fight.
But do you
And
understand
never
how
gonna
it
work.
all? Do you understand how it all culminates, though? Friction upon friction only going to lead to sparks and fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why somebody got to pull back and chill for a moment.
Right, that's what I'm trying to
That's
say.
where ghosting could come in at. Yo, I'm going to let that
Right.
motherfucker be. Because I
Right.
know if I take it there, it's going to be way more wilder.
Well, that's
than
why
what
I
it-
say it. That's when you have to go. That's when the ghosting.
So how do you talk yourself off the ledge? Like, even if I walk away, it's still gonna be in my brain.
Not mine.
Right.
When I start wiping, I start cleaning. I can go through a few days of meditation and stuff. I can cleanse. I can promise you, I can completely erase that person off of my brain.
I get myself an hour.
That mental note is, I'm still gonna have that mental note for.
You still gonna have smoke in your in your
Not me, because that's hurting me. To keep that smoke, that's hurting me. That energy.
That's what I'm saying.
Is messing up my energy. So I get rid of it.
At that point, it's not smoke to me. It's just, I remember you said
some shit, right? That's me.
It's just like, I got you. I got it. You said the wild shit.
Yeah.
But that's why I'll be like, you know what? No, let it go. It's greater. They just saying what they gotta say. Sometimes people just say shit because they want to win an argument. Some people say shit because they think it's hurting you, but in the long run, they hurt. So they gotta hurt people. Right. So they saying something that's gonna hurt you because they hurt. And once you realize that, you take yourself out of that motion, and then you come back and be like, yo, I get it. I understand you upset. Right. How can we fix it? And hopefully we mature enough to have that conversation at that point. Right? Hopefully we're able to say, all right, I'm hurt because of this. I need you to do this more. I need more of this and I need more of that. That's why I said, and that's why I think T even reiterated the point. We can be going from each other for a couple months. Right. But I realized that this is what I wanted, and I'm still ready to rock, because I understand you probably been mad or you was in your feelings or whatever, and you had to take the time out until you felt the need to come back.
Right. But
so do her words stick?
She gone. Right. I mean, a couple of months. That's enough time for her to be done. You know what I'm saying? Or him.
Who is gone?
You don't do that.
But how
it's time.
You know what? Why I disagree with that? All women say that shit.
Well, I mean, and maybe it wouldn't be for you, but for me,
no,
that's enough. Out of sight, out of mind for me.
But do you know why us men disagree with that statement? Because y'all women so quick to say to us, it must be another woman. When things don't go the way y'all wanted to go, or we don't speak up, or we leave, or whatever, it got to be another woman. So all that he walked away for his sanity. Y'all ain't giving us that sanity card. Y'all giving us that it was another bitch card.
Right.
So that's why we be like, we call bullshit, because y'all don't give us the benefit of the doubt saying he walked away for his own mental sanity. No, y'all thinking he walked away because he had another girl set up here, or he was doing this, or he was doing that. So miss us with the y'all understand, Because if y'all understanding, y'all wouldn't come the way y'all come when y'all come.
And if
So-
y'all gave a shit about the way we feel, you wouldn't let it go all them months and weeks.
Now,
That's
do you
all
see
I'm
what we're
saying.
saying? But do you see what we're saying? It's always a narrative.
Right.
When we
Yeah,
say something, that's going to benefit the longevity of this relationship and the health of this relationship, a narrative always is created. Well, you shouldn't give us y'all don't give us reasons.
Hold on now. So hold on now. Let me ask both of them. So in a couple months, whatever qualities about that person, it don't matter no more.
I mean, it's faded.
Listen, it's slowly
Out of sight,
fading
out of
away. You go
mind.
a couple
Hey.
months without talking or without no contact or nothing.
How are y'all like that?
You're
Like,
talking about months. I mean, damn, I'm not holding
Listen.
no space in my heart for
it's not,
that.
it's not about holding it there.
It seems like, for me, I'm going to be honest. For me, it would seem like abandonment. And I have
Yeah.
abandonment issues.
That's right.
Okay. So this is how you have to know yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have abandonment issues. So if you go and you dip for 2 months, then I blessings to you. I hope you got your shit together. I hope whatever was ailing you at that point in time, whatever it might have been about me that might have been stealing your energy, whatever the case might be, I hope that you're in a better space right now, but I can't do it.
But I understand those abandonment issues, Ish. My question is, if after these 2 months I come to you and I break down and I tell you everything and we have a real conversation, can we not talk and with a possibility of moving on?
Well,
No,
anything is
they
possible.
can do that.
But
No, only
if they have moved on, that's the thing.
What?
But anything is possible.
So how about if y'all walked away from y'all guy
Right.
and y'all needed y'all space, and then he's seeing you and you want to have a conversation with him now, and y'all entertaining the fact of getting back together? How is that any different?
No,
So
it's
what
not
do you
really no
think?
Run that
different.
back again
It's
now?
not really no different.
It's no different, right?
No.
So that's why we be saying, like, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
I didn't catch what Nell said exactly.
What about if you walked away?
Uh-huh.
You walked away and you chose whatever you chose for your walk away part, but y'all see each other again and y'all willing to reconcile. And it's been a couple of months. How is that any different?
Because if I walked away, they gave me a reason to walk away. I don't just walk away.
It might not,
I mean, and that's true. If I walked away, they gave me a reason.
KD, what I'm trying, KD, you could walk away for a different reason that don't have nothing to do with them.
But that's not me.
What you mean? You don't know that. You never been.
That's not me.
Never
I
been.
don't walk away unless I'm pushed away.
But they gave you a reason. But you gave him a reason to walk away.
Right.
So he can't walk away and be going for whatever he's going for because what he felt. Is that, but you can walk away from what you feel. It's
right.
so
y'all acting like 2 months is 2 days or something. Like 2 months is a long time.
That's a whole damn lifetime.
2 months?
Mm-hmm.
My
it's not super long, but it's long enough for feelings to change.
It's long enough for you to know that they don't
the next fucking day.
Listen,
you don't care enough about me. If you can let
50% of the feelings have left my body, like Casper the Goose.
Thank you. See, we feel hard,
as soon as you ghost,
yeah,
like that right there is taking like a piece of me,
but it can still come back.
That
could be.
It don't work like that with us. With y'all, it do.
Y'all can walk away from us, and it's cool to when y'all feel like y'all want to be bothered again. But if we walk away from y'all, it's.
But how is it? But how? When you say walking away, are you saying like a conversation about walking away? Or are you saying?
Oh, you say, yo, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. Or even a ghosting, or I'm done with this. That's why I asked. I said when y'all walk away. And then we can reconcile after a couple of months because of whatever you feel the need to want to get back. That's cool. But if we did the same thing, then it's like, nah, you can't do that. I'm confused with Energy is like
I didn't say you couldn't completely. I said depending on the situation. It's just that in 2 months now, guys, a lot can happen.
Months.
Okay, just like you had your eyes on this woman, other eyes are there too. So
So you're
those
gonna be
eyes are going to notice
KD.
when those eyes are going to notice when
KD.
she's alone. Trust me.
KD, this is what I'm trying to tell you. I could walk away from somebody and they could be with somebody, and when I come back in those 2 months, guess where they gonna come back to? The fuck are we talking about?
I wouldn't. Not me. If I have moved on, I've moved on.
Yeah, and even if she walks
a
away
lot
too, like
hacks though. Is there not a lot? Are we not uncovering the imbalance of the imbalance of women and men? How women can decide when they've had enough and that when they're ready to leave,
Right.
and how long they want to stay gone, and then to re-entertain that when they make it feel comfortable. But the moment a man leaves for the same purposes that you left for his own sanity or to get whatever he needed to leave for, he can't stay gone for a period of time. He has to come back within a this or that, or it's going to be, or she's going to move on. Because why is that the case?
Well, number one, if he left for his own mental sanity, at some point between that 2 months of time, you can send a text or something. Let them know what's going on.
Are y'all sending text?
That don't even matter.
Can we move on?
Well, we stopped sending the text
Can we
because we
move
wasn't
on?
receiving communication.
My therapist, and we didn't get this far in the therapy session yet.
I mean, really, we stopped sending texts because we
Nell
weren't
was
getting
being
anything.
Hold
Nell was being triggered. Can we move on? No.
on now, because the part that they're missing is that you could let those feelings go. Yeah, you can move on. That doesn't mean that you can't still get back with that person. That's all I'm trying to say. You can still get back with that person. Why are y'all closing these doors? Like, the fuck?
They can close doors, but we can't. Y'all can
Because
close.
we already know how this particular relationship works.
People
We
change.
know that our personality don't work with this.
KD,
Because like you
people
say,
change and
it
grow.
becomes an abandonment issue.
KD,
They want to be abandoned.
KD, people change and grow.
right.
People change and grow. You're not the same person you were when you was a kid. So,
You know,
so you could come across somebody that you was messing with when you was a kid. So, is there not room for them to be that? Is that not an option?
Yeah, but I'm sure they didn't ghost.
They might have.
they're not
They might
ghosts, just
have.
kind of grew apart.
They might
That's
have.
not a ghosting situation.
They might have. They might have.
Yeah. I don't know.
All the time when you stop talking to somebody, you're not always in communication.
Well, that's as a child. T, that's something totally different.
As a
But when
grown-up.
we're both full grown adults,
KD,
and
as
just
a
having
grown-up,
thing,
KD, as a grown-up, when you stop talking to somebody, you're not always in communication, right?
I am.
That's true.
You're not.
Well, and that's when it's a problem for me. Plain and simple.
Why is that a problem? You're not together. What the fuck? How is that?
Well, no, now if you're not together, then no, I don't expect
Right. That's
So there's no
different.
communication. So years later, you both could have grown and changed. And why is that not an option? That's my question.
Oh, well, if it was when we were kids and stuff,
No,
yeah,
it don't
you're
have to
right.
be when you
We
was-
have grown. We're different
Well,
people,
This could be 5 years ago. You still grow and change, right?
depending on the situation of why things dissolved.
hmm.
Depending on the situation of why
Yeah.
things dissolved.
Yeah.
Girl
I
said they
think I would be holding on
That
to
can't be
it.
Girl said they broke up for 2 years and now they have been together for 28 years. So I'm trying to tell y'all that this shit fucking happened.
Yeah, it's possible.
Sure,
That's no
absolutely.
problem, but it's not a
Well
one size
said.
fit all
Yeah.
thing. It depends on what the situation was.
Right. Maybe they made a mutual agreement to be separated for 2 years.
You never know. I mean,
never
it just
know.
depends on what the situation was, depending on whether or not you can allow something else to pick back up.
Right. I think for me, it would just be the personal feelings of it. I think I wouldn't be able to get past it. That would be my pride and my ego. And it could very well be my pride and my ego that would prevent me from, possibly having something, but I wouldn't know because I'm just not moving backwards on it. I ain't spinning the block. I ain't spinning the block.
All right. I see y'all.
Either way, because even if I roll, I ain't coming back. I'm not going for 2 months, go away and just say, oh, I needed to be separated from you, and then say, oh, hey, boo, I want to be back in your space. Nizzle.
No, I'm not even saying. I'm saying you might just bump into him, Ish.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Hope
Might
all
just
is
go-
well. How's the
bump.
family?
Hey,
Y'all good?
fist
Good
bump.
to see you.
KD, we can do all that fist bump, and if I say, let me take you to lunch, we can't go to lunch. I can't.
Because I know where it may lead to, and I don't want it to lead back down that road again.
But if you
So
wanted,
I would keep it at a certain
wanted
medium.
to lead back down that road,
Huh?
but if you wanted to lead, back,
I mean, I would go to lunch. I mean, we do Dutch or something like that, or take
this is
friends
not
with
about
us.
the money.
But
This is not about the money, KD. This is about the emotion. What if you wanted to lead back down that road?
If it went that way, now that I'm older, now when I was younger, I played that in and out game so many times. But now that I'm older, I don't do the in and out. I mean, I just, like I said,
I'm not saying to do it for everybody, KD. I'm saying that there might be some one person that you might want to do.
Well, like I say, that person has to make me.
That's what I'm saying.
That person will have to do things.
That's what I'm trying to
show
say.
me that they are worth it.
That's what
You know what I'm saying?
You have to be open to seeing it, though.
Right.
You have to be open to seeing it. If you're not open to it, how can they show you?
You can be open to seeing if they show it. I mean, yeah, that we can. Like I said, anything is possible. Anything is possible.
I just want to say that I am not allowing my pride and ego get in the way of what could potential with something to be something that will bring me happiness from down the line. Everything ain't always going to be peaches and cream, and anything worth having is worth working for. It ain't going to always be the way we want it to be, because we can't always be selfish with things when it involves other people. So if it's meant to be, it's going to be. That's why I'm willing to swallow pride, check ego, and just say I'm sorry, and let my actions be my sorry, along with my actual apology, to say I'm understanding of my shortcomings. I get it. I'm willing to work on those so those things don't rear its ugly head going forward. And let's rock and roll. Let's go stronger the next time. Boom. So before we get out of here, I asked the crew this question, and it was sent to me by someone who watches our group, and they wanted to discuss it real quick. So we want to discuss this one last topic before we get out of here, and it's a doozy. It's a doozy. So the question is, if your girlfriend/boyfriend gets an erotic massage and has a happy ending, is it considered cheating? Again, if your girlfriend or boyfriend gets an erotic massage and they have a happy ending, is that considered cheating?
I say
yeah.
Because nobody but your mate should be working on you erotically.
Yeah, we say yeah.
KD, have you ever gotten a massage before?
Huh?
Have you ever gotten a massage before?
I've gotten a massage, but not an erotic massage. But yeah, I've gotten a massage, and I've given them. I used to be a masseuse at the chiropractic clinic, but I knew not to get erotic with it.
Even in a regular massage, if I grab your thigh a certain way, I could probably make you come. You know that, right?
And that because you are trying to. No. When you're giving massages, you know how to give those massages without being erotic with it. You really do.
No, Katie, this is a regular thigh rub. If a lot of girls are hypersensitive, so on a regular thigh rub, you could come off that.
But that's not considered an erotic massage. An erotic massage is in a class of its own, right? It's in a class of its own.
What's extra happening in this erotic massage? I mean,
So you know them what we see on these Instagrams and Facebooks where the guy is hugging her, she's chest to chest with him, he's massaging her back, he's between her legs, he's on top of her, she's on top of him. It's getting real sensual, sexual, and
I thought they was only
erotic.
I thought they was only for singles.
What, erotic massages?
That's not.
But that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no couples.
Yes.
But I know somebody that do couples.
But I'm saying if your girlfriend wanted to go and get an erotic massage, and she had a happy ending, do you consider her cheating on you? Would that be considered cheating?
No. I'm a professional masseuse.
Yeah. So what
you can get your erotic.
Yeah. So when
Right.
so when this topic was being discussed, when it was having the conversation, I said, yes, it is a form of cheating because that person is being sexual with you, right? If you're in a relationship, the word erotic has a sexual connotation with it, right? So the moment you indulge in that erotic massage and you are in a relationship and you have a happy ending, it's almost as if y'all made love. Love making don't always have to be penetration.
You cheated. Look,
you cheating on the
Nell, before the happy ending, you cheating.
Yes, because you're going.
You cheating just.
Yes, you're cheating with the act of them touching on your body in a sexual way. They said, oh, it's not cheating. If I have a happy ending because of it, it's a part of the sensualness of it. Yes, if it's coming from your partner, if it's coming from a complete stranger, it's a sexual act. I said, how would you like it if I booked a massage and she massaged my love muscle and I came off of it? Is that cheating? Yes.
Of course.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yes. So no matter however you slice it, the moment it's not performed with your partner, it's an act of cheating, right? Because ladies tell us all the time, I don't necessarily have to be penetrated to have an orgasm. I don't have to be there. That doesn't have to be intercourse for me to come. So if that's the case, then yes, that's a form of cheating. I just think they built their mind up to think, oh, it's not cheating because I want one.
I need to know where this erotic line is, because if I sit on your back, I can make it erotic. I mean, I need to know where
that would be erotic sitting on somebody's back. Yeah, that's going to be erotic.
I can give you a regular massage doing that, KD.
Well, only thing I know is you can tell the difference in an erotic massage and a regular massage.
Like
you can tell the difference.
Like if I'm giving a girl that I'm fucking with a massage, I could just be like sitting on her lower body and rubbing her ass. I'm not trying to be erotic, but it's still erotic. That's why I said, where is the line?
But the thing about you're dealing with her.
Right.
Exactly, Nell.
You're not being erotic, but you're dealing with her, and she feels comfortable coming because y'all have dealings. If there's a perfect stranger out there laying in between your thighs, or in between your thighs, rubbing your breast, rubbing your thighs, and you have nothing on, and you have just a G-string on or whatever, that's an intimate session. You're chest to chest and they going deep into you. That's an intimate session. Erotic is a sexual term, right? Mm-hmm. It ain't no deep tissue massage. They didn't say, can I give you a European deep tissue massage? It's an erotic massage. So they're being erotic with you. They're going places that's meant for your significant other or your partner to go with you. And if they're making you come, then that's only even adding to the act.
See, I'm not even doing it in a couple setting.
I'm doing it in a couple
ain't nobody else touching what's supposed to be mine. Ain't let nobody else touching what's supposed to be yours. We can do it to each other,
No,
but I'm
so,
not going on no couple.
So you
Nobody
went to
else.
do couples sensual massages.
Mm-mm.
no. So is from the back an erotic massage?
What you mean?
If either person is behind the person, like they're not in between their legs, but they're behind them, he might just be rubbing their ass.
Typically, look. Typically,
That is
when
erotic, T.
we know of a
Your
massage,
mind's feeling is up.
you're on top of them. You're not on top of their body. You're not sitting on their back. You're not on their butt. You're not humping them. That's a different. So the moment you engage on being on top, and you're going deep down into places that should not be uncovered, that could be.
I'm trying to get to this point because last time I got a massage in New York, the Chinese chick sat on my back. So was that erotic?
Chinese.
She was a Chinese.
Okay.
Was it erotic
Go
or was
they
it?
guys, that's all I can say.
Was she all right?
Go
Were you clothed with boxers on or pants?
I had on like a robe and boxers.
You weren't naked.
Right.
You were clothed. You still had a robe on top.
No, I took the robe off.
So it was just boxers.
Right.
Was the Chinese lady clothed?
Yeah.
In erotic massage, if you've seen them, these guys don't have no shirts on. They typically have like ball shorts on, and they're being intimate. She wasn't being intimate with you. She was giving you a deep tissue massage sitting on top of you. She didn't flip you over.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
Sit on top of you where your penis area was and start massaging your chest. It's different. If she would have did that, homegirl was damn near trying to make you come.
I'm sorry.
Diana said she know you long time.
She saw you long time. This group is crazy.
Oh man.
Oh Lord.
But
that's what I'm saying.
Diana is on a roll tonight. Diana is on a roll. She said it's just like a lap dance is cheating as well. Is a lap dance cheating?
Women feel like it is. Most women feel like it is.
Like a lap dance is cheating?
Most women feel like it is. The great women, they don't feel like it is. So I love y'all.
But there are some women who like that, who don't mind that, and if they are there with them, then maybe they may not.
You gotta be there. You don't gotta be there with you. She just don't care.
Yo, so this is what I said.
It's cheating to me.
If you're that interested and you're that intrigued on getting an erotic massage, allow me to take classes. Let's take joint classes where we can learn the ins and outs of each other. Let me perform that on you. That way, it's even more powerful. Even the ending is more powerful for you because you're feeling of your sense of calm and comfort with your partner, right? It's certain things just shouldn't be explored by other people, right? Because you wouldn't want your man having erotic conversations with anyone else, right? Because the moment somebody stimulates him erotically through a text message or any kind of message, and he comes off of that, is that not cheating as well? Women look at it as, right? So if we're going as far as now getting erotic massages and we're going through that same act, it's the same thing. What happens if I call you and say, hey, babe, I'm getting an erotic massage? She's not using her hands anymore. She's mastered it, and she's using it with her mouth. She's doing the massage with her mouth. You're going to be like, nigga, if you get the fuck out of here and get out of there now, I'm going to kill you.
So let me ask you something now. Are you allowing your significant other to get a regular massage by a man?
Yeah.
Just a regular massage?
Yeah. Go get a massage. I'll pay for it. I don't care about that. Like, and then if she would have said, I'm getting an erotic massage with another woman, that's a no-no. It's still cheating to me. But go and get a regular massage. Go get you a regular massage. Ain't no harm in that. I trust you.
But then you would feel disrespected?
Because I'm great. Like, how are you going to somebody else? I'm great at this. I would feel disrespected.
But not great, right? Even if you might be great for 20 minutes. She might want an hour joint or 2 hour joint.
I'm great for an hour.
All right, but what if she wanted a 90 minute joint?
But that's even better, T. If you can do it for her, that's better.
What I'm
Yeah, if you
saying.
can do it,
Right.
better.
Right.
Why are you calling BS? Diana, what are you talking about BS? What's BS?
See, that's me, T. I'm like you. I know that I can give great massages. I used to do it, and I know these hands can be magical. I'll just get, but I have been to a regular massage. Trust me, I can't even get my body relaxed. That guy, he was so tired. I wish Ebony was on here
What?
to tell you his name, but my body was so tight because I couldn't let myself relax
Nigga,
because it was a stranger touching me. You know what I'm saying? So no
I,
matter how I tried, I could not relax.
I was gone. I was at. I
Yeah.
had the massage when we was on that vacation for my birthday. Gone. Lady was like, "You was snoring 4 times. Huh? If you left me there a little longer, the nigga would have been snoring 5 times." I was gone. I love massages. I love when somebody when they got a strong hand too. Like
Mm-hmm.
deep Jones. I need a strong, deep,
Yeah.
put to sleep, whatever the case may be. Don't play with me though. I don't want to be played with. But
He
it's
told me that I was the toughest person he ever seen because I just could not relax and he could not get the knots out of me. An hour. He was
I
tired.
would
That
rather
darn man was
I
sick.
would rather my person gave me a massage than going to get a massage.
yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. I don't want
Yeah.
massage from no random. I want my joint to give me one. I wouldn't want to go out there and rant. But this the thing.
Right.
If I'm coming off of the erotic, I'm cheating, ain't I?
Mm-hmm.
The moment I let one go, I'm like, damn, that's
Yeah.
cheating.
I just
I'm not
cheated.
going to agree with that. I'm not going to agree with that, no, because some people when they get cheating.
T, do you know what an erotic massage look like?
He need to see the video.
I'm
He
asking you a
know because
question.
he's
I'm not
giving
talking
them.
about the erotic.
He's
You
talking
talking
about
about
the
the regular
regular
Degla?
I'm not talking about the
Yeah.
erotic massage.
The regular Degla?
Yeah, I'm talking about niggas. No, I'm talking about niggas come when they get lap dance.
They weak, bro.
Yeah.
Did you say they weird?
They weak. I ain't coming
I
off
don't
no
know.
lap.
If you get a lap dance, that's cheating to me. Because number one, I can give your ass a lap dance. I can do
You
that.
can't move it like that. You can't move it like
But I
ladies.
know
Trust me.
niggas that do
I can make that thing move the
You
way
ain't
you need to move.
MISS. You ain't like little Mississippi out here, is you?
I better be in his eyes. That's all I gotta say. I don't care how I'm looking at in somebody else's eyes, but in his eyes, it better look like it's what Mercedes or whoever.
Ladies and ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for joining us for episode 93. As y'all can see, we crazy. Once we get to ideology and beyond, we go get crazy. So again, thank y'all for joining us tonight. It's been another successful show. We appreciate everybody out there for tuning in, making sure y'all share, like, and subscribe to this channel. As you can see, I'm representing our Wednesday night segment, which is Telling Me Kicks. T got the the Uncensored Minds shirt on. Aisha's rocking the her brand today. So we got exclusive content coming up.
Huh?
We got some exclusive content coming up with Ish and T in the next couple of days. Be on the lookout for that. Thank you to all our top fans, our Uncensored Minds fanatics, making sure that we always are on top of our game. Thank y'all for joining us. Karen's Corner is right there.
It's on the way tomorrow, I promise.
It's on its way. Got her stuff together. Hit up. So anybody else out there, thank y'all again for joining us. This is episode 93. Like, sharing, and comment. Make sure we keep going and keep going. We'll see y'all Wednesday at 8 p.m. Telling Me Kicks. And then again next Sunday for episode 94. All right. Stay safe, y'all. Stay blessed. We out of here.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Good night, guys. Have a great week.